Good afternoon. The next entry that I will be telling you about will be the entries at port. That is, it's not a port log, it's the entries in the deck logbook at port. So the first line you will always write is vessel is maintaining continuous gangway watch. Remember, whatever you write in the logbook is the record. Next is the mooring and gangway are tended to at regular intervals. This you can change upon how much time you are going to check it. Next is the frequency of the fire, safety and security rounds. The fire rounds, if it is during the periods of darkness, you will have to do it 240 and 0400 for a second wait. And security and safety watches are always being done. Then the chief officers standing or night orders. Night orders are something that he might be giving about ballasting or some cargo operations that has to be taken care of. Then the standing orders will always be pasted somewhere. Then the port and company rules and regulations which are complied with. Port will have local regulations and company's SMS policies. The next will be details of all cargo operations that had happened during the cargo watch. That means even if you are at anchor and you are doing cargo operations at anchor, then all the cargo operations should apply. Also the whole thing will apply along with the cargo entries and the anchor entries. Next, the details of all ballasting and bunkering operations. You don't have to specify how much ballast or bunker has been done. You'll have to write down the times when it started and when it finished, on when the bunker barge had been alongside and cast off. Any delays from port, this is an important thing, because when you are on a charter, the delay from the port or from the ship is going to be an issue. So if it is the delay from the port, you should write it down on the logbook. Also, any cargo damages observed, because you are on a container ship, the cargo damages are apparently to the ship structure or to the container, so we normally make a damage report. Also, before the end of the watch, if there is any 1 hour notice, standby engine, and during watch if there is a pilot boarding, all those details have to be written down. Again, at the end of the watch, you have to write the weather. This is going to be useful for you when you are loading heavy risk cargo such as rice or something, food items. So the weather will help you when you are having an issue with cargo damage. Then the next thing is handing over watch to the next officer of watch. All this I will show you how I have written in my logbook. So this is my deck logbook. During my period of watch, I have written. I will not be mentioning all this course, weather, wind, visibility, all this here. I will be just writing down vessel alongside which side with how many ropes, forward and aft, at which container terminal or at which berth. Only this line will suffice for all this. Next comes the SMS remarks. It's up to the company to give you which checklist. So I have done this, and down below again the weekly inspection was done by the third officer. He had made an entry there. Next comes how I wrote my cargo watch. Vessel was maintaining a continuous gangway watch. Moorings and gangway was tended. Constant rounds were made. Then port company rules and regulations were complied with. Fire rounds when it was taken. Master's standing order were complied with. Then vessel was continuing cargo operations using, we are having 2 shore gantry, so 2 shore gantry, and the times of all the cargo operations including the hatch cover opening, closing, under deck commencement, completion, on deck commencement, completion, and if there was any bunkering operation, I would have written it down. So during this time there was no bunkering operation. After this, the weather experienced and at what time I handed over the watch to my third mate. So this is how I had done it. I hope you understood and got a good understanding of how to write a port log. Remember, if you are doing a cargo operation at anchor, the anchor information should be written down, then comes all this, so there won't be any gangway and mooring watches. Whatever you need to do, you will figure it out on your own, because you just have to find out what I told you in the last entries at anchor or entries at port. I hope you got a good understanding of how to do this. Thank you.